Well, good morning, everybody. Or perhaps it's afternoon for you, or maybe even it's evening. Welcome. It's time for the vibe. I am Yvonne Myles. I'm the host and the founder of Vibrantly Living You. Vibrantly Living You is all about helping you claim health so vibrant, it's as though you're aging backwards so that you can enjoy the best of health and the happiness and the freedom and the joy that comes with it. And all of that is made possible when you are willing to focus in on your health. So, I come here most Fridays, not every Friday, but most Fridays, with inspiring guests and topics and insights that I've experienced and that I hope you can experience to bring you one step or two steps or three steps closer to claiming vibrant health for yourself, no matter how you define that. We're all on a journey, and every health story, every life has its small steps. And that's what it's all about. I call this a movement. It's a movement because we're all moving toward, we're all continuously improving. And you get to choose that pace. You get to choose the when, and you get to choose the how. One step at a time is what is going to allow you to claim that vibrant health for yourself. So that's why I show up. I'm taking that stand for you. I invite you to join me whenever you can to continue your journey. So welcome. Congratulations for taking time, a few moments, okay, a little bit more than a few moments, to explore this information. And if you're watching the replay, same goes to you as well. Give me a shout out there, little heart sign. As you know, this month, or maybe you don't know if you're joining us for the first time, through the months of July and August, we have been focusing on the heart chakra. That's the fourth chakra. It's at the center of the 7 major chakras. The chakras correspond to your energy body, to those places where you have the most energy, where you have organs intersecting. And so there's a lot of exchange of energy there. And that's a good place to focus your attention and build your awareness of your health and what's possible when you move more into that more positive direction. When you understand your chakras, then you can take better care of your body and of your emotions, of your mind. You can use the chakras as a guide in order to help you release blocked energy and live with more peace, more happiness, more joy. Blocked energy, is really the reason behind all disease. When energy is not able to flow, when it doesn't flow with ease, that's what they call dis-ease disease. So that brings yet another layer of importance to minding your chakras. And that's what we're going to do today. So symbolically, the heart chakra is located in the center of the chakras. But physically, it's located, you can locate it or imagine it as being in this region that surrounds the heart. That includes your heart, your lungs, your rib cage, and it goes all the way back to the spine. That's why I'm wrapping my arms around myself. Think of it as a 3-dimensional ring around you. It also involves the thymus gland, which sits right behind the sternum. Goes all the way up to the upper shoulders and to the very top of your digestive tract. So you can see it. There's quite a bit of real estate that the chakra, the heart chakra, air quotes, governs. So we've got a lot to work with. And because it sits in the middle of the 7 major chakras, there are 3 major chakras below, and there are 3 major chakras above. It also symbolically represents the connection between the physical body and those chakras, and then the mental, emotional, and spiritual chakras from above. So again, a lot to work with, a lot of clues and bits of inspiration to help guide us on our one step at a time vibrant health journey. So from that standpoint, during July, we had some mind-blowing discussions with our special guests. I'm so glad they were able to join us: Jennifer Cormier, Teresa D'Angelo, and Anne Greenwald. I so appreciate their expertise and their brilliance as we each looked at the heart chakra from their particular specialty. And I don't know about you, but I walked away with a lot. I do invite you to go back and listen to the full discussions if you missed them over the month of July, or if you only caught the tail end of one or one piece of one. You can hear the full discussion if you go out to my website at thelivingyou.com. That's the letter U, thelivingyou.com. And of course, www first. And then go to the videos page and you can find the replays. And while you're out there, you may as well sign up for your free gift, totally free. And it's 10 age-defying ways for, or 10 secrets for age-defying youthful skin. That's yours for free. Just go out there while you're hunting for those videos. I always want to make sure that there's something waiting for you, some new surprise for you. So back to our guests. Here's what I learned in July, and I'm going to invite you to drop in any insights or ahas perhaps that arrived for you during last month's vibe. The first thing I learned is that when you are willing and ready, that's the important part. You have to be ready to truly walk with your grief. Then you open the doors to healing, to joy, and creativity. And we learned that from Jen Cormier, who is a grief guide. And she transformed her grief over the loss of her father from several years back by taking a very courageous and creative journey that she now helps her clients recreate for themselves. So if you happen to be a person now who has suffered a loss, if you're experiencing grief, or maybe there's somebody that you know and care about who is experiencing grief, then I highly recommend reaching out to Jen. And you can do that by reaching out to me, and I'll put you in touch with Jen. Absolutely happy to do that, and let her be a guide, help her, or let her help you or your loved one or friend also transform that grief. She also helped me get crystal clear on exactly how important it is to not just heal the sorrow of grief, the tenderness, the emotional side of grief in the heart, but also the physical side, the physiological impact, the blow to your body, to your heart, by remaining too long in a place of grief. I don't know if you've heard of the syndrome called broken heart syndrome. Well, it's a real thing. It's not just an imaginary thing. It's a real thing. There's medical evidence for what happens when somebody suffers, what happens to the heart when somebody suffers the loss of a loved one, a relationship. It could even be the loss of a career. And so having that awareness and then attending to your heart chakra during such a time it's just that much more important. So she helped me get crystal clear. That was a big aha. I had known that, but she allowed me to make that connection even more strongly. So thank you. Thank you, Jen. And also, when you're willing then to extend compassion and love toward yourself, especially when you're in pain, whether it's emotional, mental, or physical, like Teresa D'Angelo, then there's more waiting for you on the other side. New possibilities arise. Teresa very poignantly shared her pain journey from suffering suddenly, like overnight, from arthritis, and what that did to her world. And people who experience chronic pain, their world suddenly begins to shrink. It's all about that pain and the avoidance of pain. And I'm sure, no doubt, some anger at this occurring and taking away so much. So there's loss there as well, and negativity. But once Teresa was willing to extend to herself some self-love and self-compassion, because that's what the heart chakra is all about, self-love, self-compassion, so that you can extend that to others as well as yourself. Well, then that's what opened her eyes and was made it possible for her to hear the message about a movement technique called Nia. And she's a Nia teacher. I'm a Nia teacher as well. I'm sure you've heard me speak about Nia quite a bit here in this space. And Nia is this wonderful form of movement. It embodies a joy and celebration and respect for the body. It uses healing arts, dance arts, martial arts, so that you can personalize the experience to whatever level of fitness you happen to be in at the time. It takes care of, it nurtures your physical body, but it also allows expression, a safe place for the expression of emotions, because emotions are energy and we want them to be expressed. We don't want them to be blocked up, because that creates dis-ease. So it allows for the expression of emotions. It allows the stimulation of brain activity. So then we're building what's happening in from the mental realm. And then there's lots of symbology and symbolism. And so that allows us to step into the spiritual realm. However you choose to define the spiritual realm. And in Nia, the main way we define the spiritual realm is that the spirit is you. It is your uniqueness. There's only one of you, just one of you on the planet. And to allow the you that is you to come forward is all part of the Nia experience. Well, Teresa was able to discover that, and it brought her the healing that she needed to move through her pain, to transform her pain. But she only did that. That was only possible when she focused in on first loving herself and having compassion for the pain that she was in. Now, Teresa is a Nia teacher, and she's a somatic educator, and she takes this out to other people, to her students and to her clients, to promote more healing. So I was so proud to be able to host Teresa here in this place, and to hear her story and connect it to how we can learn from that for our own, to reclaim our own vibrant living and life. And then last week, my third guest for the month of July, Anne Greenwald, and allowed us to expand our concept of the concept of balance. And she did this by reminding us of something called homeostasis, which is the body's natural balance and neutral place in all systems of the body. All systems of the body. What does this have to do with the heart chakra? Well, once again, remember that the heart chakra is that symbolic center of the 7 major chakras, 3 above, 3 below. And so it serves as that balance point, like a fulcrum. It serves as a balance point for us to always remember to seek balance, no matter what system. So you'll find vibrant health when you balance your nutrition, when you balance the amount and the ways in which you move your body, when you balance your stress, your emotions, and your relationships, and when you balance the amount of self-love and compassion that you extend toward yourself, as well as toward others. Everything wants to be in balance, not too much of one, not too much of the other. The results you'll find will be that you'll be released from pain and the emergence of peace and joy and happiness. That's something else that the heart chakra governs: peace. We often think in terms of love, but the color for the heart chakra is green. So green represents peace in our world and in our lives, the vibration of peace, the vibration of green and the heart chakra. So for me, this has just really been a very powerful, or July was a very powerful month, because we've been deepening this connection, and it's caused me to really think about, oh, okay, how can the heart chakra inform me in this moment? What can I tweak in my life to better embody the principles of the heart chakra? So for me, I've been taking a look at my nutritional habits this month. You always, hear about eating heart healthy. And I do my best to eat heart healthy. But I decided to do something a little different, go a little deeper. And I thought, well, what would it be like if I was eating healthy for my blood vessels? I mean, you definitely want a strong heart. And it's one thing to have a strong heart, but it's another thing to have healthy, clear, strong, supple heart vessels. So I've been listening and learning from the guests and to the best of my ability, applying some of what we've discovered here on the Vibe. And so that caused me, from a nutritional standpoint, to experiment with cooking with less added oil and less added salt. And I'm a person who tends to use a lot of salt. And if I'm sauteing things, I tend to use a lot of oil. So I've really been pulling back. I use a smaller amount of spray oil if I'm sauteing something. And sometimes I just use vegetable broth instead and completely eliminate anything added. And then instead of salting my food during preparation and then before I serve it, I'm just not doing that. I'm putting in some extra pepper and exploring the nuances of the flavors. I have noticed a difference too. Just in a few days, my cravings have diminished and I'm waking up with more energy. And I'm really enjoying exploring these different taste combinations, the nuances. Salt is a wonderful thing, and you need to have salt, a certain amount of salt. Most of us get a little too much because there's already a lot of salt added, especially if you are dealing with prepackaged or prepared foods. And I think of salt as being that big hammer that comes in, and maybe hammer's not the best analogy, but it's like the big kid on the block when it comes to your taste buds. It's going to override most of the other flavors. So by pulling back, I'm allowing some of those other flavors and spices and nuances to come through. So I'm having a different eating experience, and I just love it. I just love it. So that's what's gone on for me. I'm curious if you've been following us this month. What's changed for you as a result of focusing on the heart chakra? It might be nutrition based like mine, or movement, or it might be what you've done to shift yourself into more self-care and self-love. Whatever it is, go ahead. I invite you to let us know. Drop a line in the chat, leave us a comment, give a thumbs up, whatever. It'd be nice to hear how this is working for you. There's another thing that has changed for me, and that's a reminder, especially after speaking with Anne from last week. So this is something I'd started doing anyway, but now I have an even more determination to do it, and that is to balance out how I condition my muscles, especially after I go for a walk. And this is to help me counteract the effects of sitting, because I do tend to spend a lot of time in front of my computer. Do you spend a lot of time in your computer? Go ahead, let me know. Drop a line in the chat, give a thumbs up or something, or maybe a meanie face if you're spending too much time at your computer, as so many of us do. But I've taken up, especially as my knees have been healing, I've been taking up a particular stretch for my thighs to lengthen out my quadriceps. And oh my gosh, it's just making such a difference in my balance. And that in turn is impacting how I walk. And then I'm also noticing it's easier for me to stand more upright. So my posture is improving. Then when I take that more upright posture with me on my morning walk, I'm noticing that I'm striding out even further. It's a more relaxed gait, but it's also a stronger gait, stronger and longer gait. And then that's getting my heart to work more and pump more. So I come back with feeling very relaxed, but also that I've given myself a nice little workout. So it's good for my heart. So you see how it all comes back together? All comes back together. All those pieces tie in. There's a method to the madness. And I'm here to get crazy with you and figure it all out. So hey, great news. In a few weeks, Anne Greenwald will be back. You've got an opportunity to learn even more about posture and movement from the expert herself, Anne Greenwald. She is a certified movement coach and a personal trainer, and she's got advanced degrees in biomechanics, and she teaches several other modalities. And together, we are hosting a 4-day training. Can call it a masterclass, a 4-part masterclass. We'll be doing it on Facebook, so you can find us on Facebook. And we call it Leap into Vitality. I do hope that you'll be able to join us, so just stay tuned. We're going to have some more information coming very soon. Starting next week, we're going to start getting the information out to you. What I can tell you now is that it's free, that it's going to be the both of us, and that it's happening August 24th to the 27th for, I don't know, maybe 40, 50 minutes during your day. So come learn some great stuff about how you can leap into vitality. We're really looking forward to bringing this material to you. Okay, hard to believe, but we are already nearing the end of this week's Vibe. Before I go, as is now tradition, I need to mention our chakra food and our chakra move of the week. For the chakra food, this week's food is garlic. Garlic. Garlic is filled with antioxidants, which help lower blood pressure if you have high blood pressure, and lower high cholesterol. So it's good for your blood vessels, good for the heart, good for the blood vessels. And those antioxidants are what your body needs, produces some, but you also get them through the foods that you eat to help combat the effects of oxidative stress. That's what happens when free radicals bombard your cells and damage your DNA. So it's good to counteract that with antioxidant-rich foods, and garlic is one of them. Garlic is also known to boost your immunity, and because of its impact on your blood vessels, it's associated with helping in the prevention of Alzheimer's disease. So all kinds of good reasons for you to work some garlic into your diet this week. Last week it was red cabbage. This week it is garlic. For your chakra move of the week, I've been focusing on heart openers. And so your chakra move of the week is a really simple one. It's the cow pose. You could probably even do this sitting. Easiest way though, down on the floor, all fours. Your shoulders directly over your wrists, your hips directly over your knees. And then in a very easy way, just let your belly hang. Your shoulders may begin to pull back a little bit, perhaps, but that is going to create this opening across this chest region, which remember is where the heart chakra sits. So the cow pose, just letting it open up. For me, actually, though, it's almost impossible for me to do the cow pose without counteracting that with the cat pose, which always just feels so good. And that is actually expanding the back, making the back round. The heart, the belly will go inward as you round. And then, of course, allow yourself to come back and experience neutral, balance, homeostasis. So your cow, where the belly hangs, and there's a more openness and expansiveness to the heart. And then the cat, as your spine rounds and your back expands. That feels good, even just doing it in a chair. I do invite you to experience that for yourself. Great way to start the day. Okay, we have come to the end of this week's Vibe. As always, I invite you to book a Vibrant for Life breakthrough session with me. If I've not ever connected with you before, the first time is a freebie. It's complimentary, 30 minutes of time to get to know each other, find out what are your health goals. What is it that you desire for yourself now and into the future? And then let's talk about that. Let's talk about how you can find a way maybe to take a small step. Or maybe you need to take a big step over a big hurdle so that whatever's blocking you, so that you can begin to take those small steps and make those small tweaks. I'm determined to be able to help you on that journey. You can sign up for your Vibrant for Life breakthrough session on my website, vlivingyou.com, vlivingu.com. That's also a great place to join my private Facebook group. It's called Vibrantly Yours. I've got lots of free content out there, replays from the Vibe, and occasionally replays from some of the trainings that we do. And of course, community, where you can actually get to know some other like-minded, vibrant health seekers. So I invite you to either head over to Vibrantly Yours and then answer the few questions that are there. Be sure to leave your email so that we can stay in touch, but also answer those questions so that I know what your health priorities are, what's driving you, how can I help you, how can I deliver more value to you. So be sure to answer those simple questions when you head over to Vibrantly Yours, which you can do right now, or you can go to vlivingyou.com and be directed to Vibrantly Yours there. And why do I call it Vibrantly Yours? Simple. Because I believe that a vibrant life where you can look and feel as though you are aging backwards is yours for the taking. I do hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, and I look forward to seeing you soon on The Vibe. That's it for now, folks. Bye.